Recently, Minecraft's live event, Minecraft Live, took place. In this stream, they announced several game-changing features, but by far the most unexpected and amazing feature is the Deep Dark. For the past 3 days, I have recreated the Deep Dark to the best of my ability. Enjoy. Alright, so I just want to give a quick disclaimer before telling you about all of these blocks. We actually don't know much about them, so don't expect a lot. I'm just telling you as far as we know, and yeah, we're just gonna go through them. So all of these blocks I've made actually do not function, they're purely cosmetic. So this first one here is the Skulk Sensor. The Skulk Sensor, as you know, spawns in the Deep Dark. One thing a lot of people recognize about the Skulk Sensor is that it will introduce wireless redstone into the game. So basically how that works is it picks up vibrations or sounds, so like it can hear me walking, it'll create a redstone signal, or breaking a block, or anything like that. It'll hear a redstone signal. If you're shifting, it can't hear you walking, so that's kind of cool. It's like a way to have it not detect you. Now, there's also a cool feature. If we get wool here, you can actually direct where it's listening from. So if I block it out on all these sides, it can only detect sound from this way, or maybe this way too. It might just be this linear area. But yeah, so say I'm walking over here, it won't hear me at all or create a redstone signal. So that's like really cool. The second block is called the Skulk Chute. We don't know much about it. Basically nothing. It just looks like this. It appears it might have similar attributes as this. There will be predictions on what it could do when I talk about world generation and how the caves generate in a few minutes. This is the next block. It's called the Skulk Block. The Skulk Block actually has nothing about it that we know of either. I have a prediction it could be some type of slime, something you could get stuck in maybe. Also, somebody had a prediction that it's like corruption and it'll spread through multiple blocks and like take over the world, kind of like how grass spreads over dirt. This here is Skulk Growth. It's kind of the same as that. There's predictions it'll spread around, but for now it's basically like moss. Yeah, kind of like that. This is Dark Stone. This is the normal stone that generates in the Deep Dark biome. It's just like if you have stone in a normal cave. We don't know anything cool about it, but I assume it'll have dark stone walls, polished dark stone stairs, dark stone slabs, similar to black stone, and how they have all of this different variants. So that would be really cool for building if they make it like that. As far as building goes, here are some blocks that I think would look really good with it. It's also kind of interesting, might have to do with some of the lore. This texture doesn't fully fit it because it's my own texture, but in the actual trailers it appears that this part of the block very similarly matches the end stuff, and as well as an end portal block. And this blue all looks good. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see a whole building tutorial or tips and tricks thing with the new blocks, and I'll like put them in examples and stuff. That would be pretty cool, especially with this moss. I think that would be great for cool medieval mystic terraforming. But yeah, something interesting that all of that kind of matches with this. So maybe the Deep Dark has a hook to the end. We'll find out. So for the Warden, here's what we know. We know his little antler horn things feature the same thing that these Skulk Sensors over here use, which is can detect vibration and all of that. So when he hears vibration, he'll come toward you. If you the less health he has, actually the more damage he does, which is really insane. We don't know this for sure, but I'm sure it would make sense if you hit him here. He might do more damage, but that's just speculation, not actually certain. If you hit him enough times, he'll actually follow you no matter what sounds are distracting him. So that's kind of crazy. He can't follow you if you're shifting, obviously, because he can't hear you. Yeah, that's basically it. He's really insane and powerful, and yeah. As far as for cave generation, here's what we're looking at. Just ignore these lanterns. I'm using that purely so that you can actually see. But it looks like we've got darkstone everywhere. We've got cobwebs in random places so you can get stuck while you're attacking this guy. You got skulk growth all around just the general area, trying to grow places. It appeared in the trailer that actually the Skulk Block is like in the center, maybe like a pond or like a pool of sludge. Maybe it's something you could get stuck in, and that's why they don't actually show the person walking on this in the trailer. So that could be interesting. These Skulk Sensors are in the middle of the area. Now the Skulk chute actually in the trailer is in this area, but I didn't have enough room to put them in there, so I just put them around here. But as far as what the Skulk chute does, there's a few predictions. One prediction is that the Skulk chute is actually what the Skulk Block in the Skulk growth grows from. It'll only expand a certain amount of blocks away from the Skulk chute. Another one which I have is it's something that will maybe you can get stuck in, or it could be a passage to the deep dark. Maybe the deep dark is really deep and you have to go through this thing to get into it. It could be like a heart of some kind or something like that, but it appears these maybe grow in the Skulk growth and the Skulk blocks. That's basically it. Yeah, it's really interesting, really cool. Now that we know everything there's to know about the deep dark in 1.17, let's create the trailer.